work it, make it, do it. Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
I love drama. I love drama. Oh, sorry for the crack on the screen. Anyway, enjoy the video. Here's the intro. My cool intro, guys. Yay.
You should totally read this disclaimer because, I don't want you going around doing stupid shit to people, so please read it.
Stop here. Get off the
Don't trust me, please. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know how long I'm doing.
Shut up, Mom.
So I'm in an instance with a bunch of friends I know, but the problem is that this video is hella long, so I decided I'm just gonna cut it down to the actual stuff I want to talk about, and also because some shitty ass video was released by the person we're gonna talk about today. So she made this like really bad, mediocre video. So Miss Grace bad, Miss Grace sucks. Weren't you one that said you love me for who I was? So she's saying this to Chance. Chance is used to date Miss_Grace. Yeah, this is the past, by the way. Believe it or not, Miss_Grace. So I don't know about you, but for who you was, yeah. On the outside you seem like a really nice person, but on the inside you're really just a big, massive fucking cocksucker. I'll get her past victims, bitch. Who the fuck asked if they're my past victims or not? I don't care. I don't think anyone cares. A lot of people do care, actually. More people than you think, because a lot of people really don't like you. I don't know if you knew that. So I don't know if anyone knew that about you, but well, there you go. Date multiple people. I don't even want to answer. That's just fucking funny. It's called Broken Up Girl. Yeah, you do date a lot of people. You're an e-bop. You're just an e-bop, honestly. I'm not standing for this Miss Grace enough. Alright, weren't you the one who begged me to unblock you on your main almost every time I joined? And weren't you the one that kept adding me? Oh yeah, I kept adding you, and I also kept begging for unblock because honestly, I just wanted to see how far I could take it, and also I want to fucking troll you, because you're sad. Honestly, you're sad. So, you're welcome. This shit is annoying. Yeah, well, you kind of caused it all on yourself, so what else do you want me to do about that one? Problematic people, that's why you're in it and you made it. Please, you thought really ate with this group. We didn't. We just made this so we could spread information about people. I didn't even make this. Ayato did. So even then, you shouldn't be getting mad at me because I had no part in making this. So I don't know why you're including this. Why Katie gave up on FPE. Yeah, she gave up on FPE because people like you exist and really deplorable people like you exist. That's why she gave up. And also, probably more or less the Rule 34. Not even because of this, you smart ass. And lastly, I want to talk about, you guessed it, Miss_Grace. Oh, how much I love Miss_Grace. She is such a great person. Just fucking kidding. If you ask anybody in this community, they're going to have any kind of distaste towards her. Because she's a bitch. She's mean. She's a bully. Honestly, she's not okay mentally either. Like, her brain is fucked. Which actually leads me on to my other thing. I mentioned her. I talked about her in my first episode where I was talking about how Zesty Alice and her had a little bit of falling out between each other.
And why the footage you were saying in the background is where the fig vegan, Zesty Alice, and Miss Grace are the persons of interest in this recording. Zesty Alice claims that Miss Grace is not just a dick, but also le accepts and treatment to get it if Alice didn't back down from Miss Grace's quote-unquote husband, to which Alice claims they were just friends. Alice even says that Miss Grace says a lot of very bad things, thinking back to how she claimed that they were a dick, saying things like...
No, I talk to your sister too. Fuck your sister. though. She's really good as shit.
And among other things, Tome, it was funny to see it go around, but at the same time actor in my loud back, otherwise it probably get flamed by Eminem over it. Seriously, this person is talking at match 10 speed. Funniest part about this, he got blocked by them for speaking logical sense.
How did this start? Why is happening? Why do you need to know? That's my question. I mean, you're kind of saying this in front of a bunch of people. Of course they're gonna be curious. You kind of put that on yourself. Oh yeah, but Zestias was in here, then you walked in here, and you should have taken it somewhere else, bro. So I don't know. I don't know why you didn't just take advice, just moved away or something. Literally, someone told you go up to the third. Oh, I got blocked. What the fuck am I losing?
Also, we got a SPA likable text to it scare someone. If anything, it just seems more depressing that this is even happening in the first place. Festialize themselves sent me a bunch of screenshots of TDMS, so if you would like to see through some of these screenshots scrolling through the screen, pause now.
And it was actually kind of funny to see, considering Miss Grace still fucking talks at Mach 10 speed to this day. I don't know what it is with her. Stop speaking so fast. It's not fucking hard to not speak so fast. Just speak. Like, my brain is slow. My brain cells can only fucking make things go quick. I have the same amount of gigahertz as an i3 7th generation does. Okay? I need to process this, not hear you talk about killing yourself and whatnot, bro. I don't want to hear that. Alright, sorry for all that. That kind of deviated off to a whole other thing. But anyway, Miss_Grace really is not a good person. And it's been evident by a lot of her exes that I actually managed to get into an interview with the table up in the library. So it was actually kind of funny to see all that go down. So let me talk about all this before we get into the interview, because the interview is really long. Like, I think it's over an hour long. So I don't know, but let's just get through this. She's a bop, like an e-bop. That's what you need to know about her. That's the baseline thing you need to know about her. She is a bop. She dates way too many people, dates the same people over and over again. They dated someone named FPEVR, which blocked me for no reason, so fuck you. She also faked suicide. Here's a screenshot of that. Like, come on, bro. Because apparently this is her quote-unquote sister that said that. Next thing you know, she's still alive.
What the dog doing?
Which, by the way, never happened. Holy shit! I'm so shocked! Because this is some sister of Miss Grace or something like that going into justfire's DMs, which is the guy that provided me with this screenshot, showing off how Miss Grace apparently, which she didn't, because she's still alive. Oh my god. Young man, kill yourself. There's just so much about her, honestly. Here's her literally saying she wants to SA her partner. Here's all the screenshots of just all the DMs. They're scrolling through right now because you can pause to read them if you want. But this is Poppy Skylight and Mrs. Grace's relationship not even like a week ago at the time of recording this. And dang, bro, you want to SA your partner. You know how weird that is? That is weird, bro. That's weird. Here's also some stickers that, you know, some stickers that have been made on her. Hold on. So I just looked at my, I don't care enough about Miss Grace because she's a hoe. I'm gonna call someone. Name's Freaky Alice put in their status their phone number. I want to see if this works. You are fucking stupid for putting your fucking phone number in there.
What do you mean?
Why did you put your phone number in your status?
Cause why not? Funny.
I'm doing a voiceover for the fucking 4th episode so I can get this shit finished. And I look in my menu.
Miss Grace, if you have me blocked and you watch this chat, you should totally call me. Just.
We have a lot of witnesses of the exes, which only just reinforces the fact of how weird Miss Grace is. So we're now going to go to that interview. If you really want to sit through that whole thing, by all means you can. But if you're a baby bitch, then skip to this timestamp. Because I know one of you no attention-seeking heaven-ass motherfuckers will skip it. Because you're a hoe. Here's your timestamp. You're welcome. I'm Better Call Zach. We're going to be talking about Miss_Grace. These are all the exes we could get today of Miss_Grace. We have Fire, Chance, Flower Boy, Zeno. And we also have Dark Boy here because he's helping me with Better Call Zach. So, you know, that's awesome. Thank you, by the way. So anyway,
yeah, no problem.
So just to make sure, you guys are all exes of Miss Grace, right? You all have dated her at some point.
All exes, yes, for about all dated.
Okay.
For me, it was just a day.
So for each of you, yeah, that's a good question. For each of you, how long have you dated her for? Starting with justfire and then moving down.
I've dated Grace for about 3 weeks, nearing a month.
Okay. Chance?
Only like 1 to 2 weeks before it just went all.
It was like 9 days.
No, I can't say that.
It was 9 days.
Yeah. What about you?
Pretty much like half a day.
A day and a half.
Dang. Yeah. Pretty short. It just kept on going shorter and shorter. I've seen that trend, which
Yep.
that's pretty interesting actually. It kind of does reinforce the fact she's a bit of a, bitch.
A bum.
Homie
So-
hopper.
Yeah.
Homie
she's a
hopper.
little
She's a
whore.
as Chance likes to call it, she's a player. So take that as you will. So anyway, again, whenever I ask a question, we're gonna start with Just Fire, and then we're gonna move down. So Just Fire, Chance, Flower Boy, and Zeno. So, my next question is, how did she treat you?
How did she treat me? Well, it really depends on how I treated them, or just in general how they were in that day. If they were feeling not in the mood, they would just treat me like absolute, like, just dog shit. Generally, a terrible person to me. I'm gonna be fully fair about that, and it has caused me some emotional distress and damage. Like, around my, how do I even say this exactly? My mental state in that relationship was not very well because I used to be attached to Grace, and that stuff was not very good on me. So at some point I started, falling out because of all of that. All the emotional, like, hits I kept on taking because of Grace. Oh, not in the mood. So they start, just being not a good person in general towards me.
Yeah.
Which was like 70% of the time. All right, now starting with you, Chance.
How misunderstood Grace treated me, like, most of the time it was absolute dog shit because, like, she would say these, like, weird things to me. It wasn't like what she said to Poppy Skylight about SA, but it was like, I'm gonna fucking peg you or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like dog shit. And then I think sometimes she would threaten to, like, hurt me, like hit me.
Well, I didn't know her for that long. Ooh, that was crazy. But I didn't know her for that long. But around, like, before I went to sleep, she was kind of being rude to me, so I decided to just get off. And that's when I started seeing her, like, change and be just rude compared to her being, like, kind of, like, nice in the morning compared to the night.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
All right, so on the first date that we started dating, about like 30 minutes later, she kept walking up to me and like coming behind me and petting me on my head. And then when I got off, she kept spam texting me, saying how much she loved me and called me her beautiful husband, even though we haven't even dated for a day.
Yeah, that's the thing. She asked, if I may talk, of course.
Yeah.
About that quickly, and then we can move on. Grace is very fast when it comes to relationships, and that's mainly why it's so destructive. Grace always not even like a day after dating someone is like, oh, my husband. And I personally have been really, just annoyed by that personally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we can all agree that Grace just is too fast with relationships, too quick with them.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me jumping in, like the night,
of course.
Like when I woke up in the morning and I saw that they completely changed from me to FPVR after like barely any time. That kind of made me feel like I didn't feel bad about it because I mean I was warned that this would happen by some of my friends, but I mean it was just kind of weird,
How was your friendship? How did your friendship go down after y'all's breakups?
Yes, after the breakup. How do I even explain this fairly? Grace got really piss baby angry at me, and they just blocked me for a month and kept on talking shit behind my back, basically. Best way to put it into words, honestly. And how do I say this? One of the things I've heard from one of my friends who have encountered Grace in the public, and they started talking to Grace because they knew that Grace was one of my exes. Back then, when their name wasn't Grace, they did tell me that Grace was talking smack about me, saying I was literally a whiny bitch or a baby perchance. And I was just there I will not take that. So I started hitting up Grace and shit, and we kind of became friends again, I guess. And then it just kept on falling out, falling in because of little things in my life. Because Grace is picky as hell, if anything. To be honest, in my opinion, if anyone wants to drop in about that. or anything in general that I've just said.
Okay, well, I got something else to say. With all these ups and downs or follows and downs you said, were you only with Miss Grace once or multiple times? Was it just once? Because I wouldn't know.
2 times, actually.
2 times, alright. So everybody else
Yeah, the
here
second-
was necessarily one. So this guy's had it twice. Okay, cool.
I've had to deal with this whiny motherfucker twice. It was not nice. That's what put it, to be fair.
What about all the avatars you
Anybody
made
wanna
for
speak
her?
now? Ooh, yeah, that one I'm probably gonna
no.
private, bruh. I'm gonna sugarcoat it.
You should private those. They
you really should, yeah.
They don't deserve.
They don't deserve those
They don't
kinds.
deserve-
Yes,
Calm
they don't
down.
deserve them. They don't deserve
Yeah,
them.
it's
down.
really
They
good.
After
don't
everything.
deserve it. That's what I'm trying to say.
And also, like,
You should
before
let it slip.
before the
Anyway.
question gets to any of you, just another thing for you. I know you were friends with her
Yes.
for a long time after. What were the things she would say? Like, how rude was she on like a scale of 1 to 10?
Before or after dating?
After.
course. Like after we broke up?
Actually, and before and after. Like, how was she before?
Before, she would usually threaten to murder my partner, my other partner, because back then I used to be polyamorous. And I was just there like, you need to get control of yourself. Like, I was there, trying to help Grace. But the thing is that, how do I say this exactly? They never really did. So I left Grace, right? That's the best thing to do, really.
After?
And after, yes, after I was just about to get to that. I had to quickly drink my water. Apologies. After they kept on, I will note this right now, they did keep on making sexual jokes about me and sexual jokes about doing things to me, which did not make me, feel very comfortable around them. So I kind of distanced myself a lot back then. And I still did to this day before they blocked me out of anger that I, gave FEVR the Claire avatar that I made them, which is still pretty good in my opinion. Too good for their needs, if anything, to be honest.
All right. So again, the question for the rest of you: what was your friendship, or if you had any, with Miss Grace after your relationship? Starting with Chance.
Okay, so when I broke up with them because of a group, I had them friended for like a couple more hours, but I was too scared to talk to them because I felt like they were gonna yell at me. So I just unfriended them, and then I blocked them. Then I started hearing the shit that was going on about them, and then I started to realize, oh, what Miss Grace is doing is disgusting. I'm gonna unblock them, start exposing them, and giving them what they deserve. And then they started spreading shit about me because what I was exposing them, I was telling everybody what they've been doing, how disgusting they are. So they started spreading shit about me, which is false. Oh shit. Which is
May I drop in for a quick comment or two about that? They just reminded me of. Grace has also faked suicide multiple times, which is one of the reasons I've been emotionally hurt by the relationship. Grace, whenever things were not their way, would always exactly right there and there. That image right there is literally the proof. They faked suicide more than once towards me and just towards everyone in general. And as a good friend, I cared for Grace. I emphasize on care because I really don't care anymore. That motherfucker can go kill himself for all I care, to be honest now. That person's disgusting. And it was so stupid because they don't understand that their actions can spread to other people. Like, faking suicide can actually hurt people in the process and ruin friendships and a relationship. It has happened before to Grace. I kept on warning Grace, try to do better as a person. That did not happen at all. Grace kept on saying, okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. And whenever I try to tell Grace, to do certain things to try to improve, they would just say I'm lying or that I'm bullshitting. And I just personally found that really annoying. So it seems like Grace, if anything, hasn't been changing and keeps on doing this as like an attention seeker. Now you may continue, Chance, if you have anything else.
they just, I don't know. I'm done.
if you don't mind me jumping in after what Justfire said, I think when we were like when me and Grace were kind of like resolving like what happened, um, I think her status on Discord was something about killing herself, and I tried like talking her out of it, and I guess it worked. And about what he was saying about Grace trying to get better, I don't like him. I don't think they'll get better anytime soon, but I just hope that like someday they'll like realize, oh, what I did was bad. Maybe I shouldn't like do that anymore, like, stuff like that.
Honestly, I'd kind of like to think like her her kind of domain, her kingdom is this place. It's this place. But when she's out in the real world, you know, she's nothing. Basically, she's nothing. Like this is her place, you know, and she likes and she does fucking horrible shit to you guys. You know, rewires your brain, especially you. And so, what like this is her kingdom. Like this world, this game. If she didn't have this, she would be nothing without it. I just wanted to say that.
That is true. Yes. It has also rewired my brain. If I may talk in, or do you have something to say first?
No, it's fine, man. You can talk.
All right. I was just going to quickly say that from what I've noticed as well, you guys just reminded me again that Grace only kind of fakes suicide when they want a certain person's attention, and talking to that certain person, like, "I'll thank you for everything," that like certain person username. So what happened with you, Chance, is the announcements in the group that they used to own. Yes, calling out to you, making. I see what they were doing there. Of course, it's a manipulation tactic of making someone feel bad because you're calling out to them specifically, and the person that is being called out feels responsible for stopping the suicide of the said person that is going to commit it. That is a manipulation tactic I've seen used multiple times by Grace and other people who I've been friends with in the past, and it has rewired my brain in the worst way. And Grace has just left me with a lot of things that I'm trying to fix about myself. Like, I'm not a bad person, of course, yes. It's just that some things, like, make me, like, feel lower than usual, like, feel down, because it reminds me of Grace, like what Grace did to me and all that, or what other people did in general. And I feel that the others may feel the same if they've had the same impact. All right, now you guys.
Yeah. You have anything else?
Huh? Me? Oh. Well, pretty much what happened after, we kind of cut contact, and I was talking to some of my friends about it. I mean, for some little backstory, we kind of like separated because they wanted FPVR back because well, from what they told me, he attempted. So, yeah. And I was just telling my friends about it, and they decided, you didn't deserve that. Let's go, not bully her, but go after her. And we did that. And on Discord, I was like, I think my status was some like Grace who, because I was over it. I didn't care. And they started like they went to my DMs while I was at like not really a party, but it was I was kind of busy, so I was like talking to them, and we kind of like sorted whatever happened out. But like, I still didn't forgive them because they cheated on me. It's not really cool. And it was kind of like iffy from there because I wasn't really sure. I don't really remember what really happened between us then. But I got her really mad at me and my friends, so she ended up just like blocking me on most of my socials and Discord and stuff. And that's pretty much it. If I maybe when you're done talking to Zeno, I might like remember some more stuff. So yeah.
I could talk about before we got in a relationship. I know a lot of things about that. So she added me, and then a day before we got together, she said she had feelings for me the first day we met, which she was scared to confess to me. So after like 2 days of talking, I haven't talked to her for like 3 to 2 months, and then I kept seeing her status saying, I'm gonna kill myself. She even announced the group that she was gonna kill herself. And then like 30 minutes later or 5, she said a dumb parent, something like that. But after the relationship, she like she blocked me, and then she said she was gonna kill herself, trying to like manipulate me or something. But I just like let it go. I just let it go. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's probably the best thing you could have done. Let's see. So, I mean, you all have a mutual distaste in her because of the things she's done, and like I definitely can see that. Like, you all don't really like her because of the things. Like, what do you think of the things she's doing now? Like, not I guess towards other people you could say yes, but like I guess just being a bitch, kind of her attitude towards people. What do you think of that?
I personally believe that Grace is not going to change anytime soon. To be honest, no matter what they go through, because Grace will be able to wrap their head around the fact that faking suicide is not a good thing. I should stop this. Grace does not think like that for some reason, and it will heavily impact the future and general relationships that they're going to have and won't have. And I just personally think that Grace is not, suitable for any of this stuff, and they should try to focus on themselves. But for some reason, Grace has not done any of that, because I would have respectfully done any of that stuff if I was Grace, to be honest. But, oh, Lord. Can't even imagine me being Grace. That would be horrible. All right, now you guys can see.
I mean, I feel bad for like the people that they're getting with because like when I was with them, like they drained me mentally. Like I was hurt. I didn't feel good. So I'm thinking probably for like the other people that they've dated, they're probably gonna feel like that too. And I don't want other people to feel like how I did. So I just feel like horrible. Like what they're doing is really, really bad.
Oh, well, I see that she got with someone else already, and she's known this since yesterday. I've known this because she had a hint in her status, like before she dated me. And I just feel bad for him, but I think they're a good match since apparently he's a pro shipper. So,
Yeah, actually, before we get to that, before we get to what Zeno has to say,
Oh yeah.
kind of a thing. The guy that Miss Grace is dating now, his name is Oliver Gojo. He pro ships. I think pro ships Abby and Oliver, which in FPE Oliver is an adult and Abby's a 15-year-old. So I don't know what you guys think of that. That's just kind of weird. I've seen that guy a lot. Yeah, it is disgusting. Number one. Number two, I've seen this guy a lot, and I kind of thought he was just kind of chill. But thinking about that now, that is pretty disgusting.
Actually, you just reminded me of something.
He's weird.
Grace likes pro shipping. That's the
She
thing that
liked
they don't
pro
let them
shipping?
hide.
What?
She likes pro shipping. She still
Yeah.
does it.
Yeah, she did.
She did? Did she ever tell you that?
She still does.
No, but I saw her in her like status.
Was that a is that like a reoccurring topic that you saw during the relationship? All y'all, is that like a reoccurring topic?
A lot, to be honest. Like they
Okay.
would keep on trying
Before-
to
Good to know.
Sorry to,
pictures with me, like
you know,
minor to adult.
just before you continue
It's
talking,
totally
we should
fine.
probably
You can
get
speak.
to we should probably get to what he had to say.
Yeah.
Like, so what do you
You
think
can
of what
keep
she's doing
talking.
now?
You
No, I
can
know,
keep
but what do
going.
you think of what Grace is doing now? Because we didn't ever.
Let's finish this question and then we can move on to that.
You
can finish this question and move on to that.
Jesus.
yeah, we'll move on to what he has to
right.
say about. But, so what do you have to say?
I honestly
Be
hope
in my
that she
face.
gets some help.
Hold on.
I honestly hope that she gets help, but I feel like it's not gonna happen no time soon, like what Fire said, because she keeps manipulating these people to like love them more.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
All right, continue what you were saying.
It's
Sorry for interrupting.
It's kind of a
It's
joke, but
totally
Miss
fine, don't worry
Grace is
about it.
puta.
She is puta. She is a puta.
Pretty much.
Straight on, Mr. Fire. All right, let's let Fire talk. Let's let Fire talk.
All right, Fire, take it away.
Fire, you have
Yeah,
a
that's
board.
fine. Yes. Now, back to what I was saying on the topic of Miss Grace and what she's doing right now in general, if I'm not wrong. Anybody please correct me if I'm incorrect.
Pro shipping.
Yes, the pro shipping. Grace has always, a lot of times, asked me to, like, match profiles with them, right? I don't mind matching profiles, but I find it annoying or aggravating when someone asks me to match a minor and adult relationship. And they were always trying to be the adult because they were older than me, and I was like, that's a little strange, but okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you think
And
about it.
it's really strange. I don't really, like upsetting partners or people. I'm no longer polyamorous, of course, so I just only have one partner, and I'm glad about that. That's the worst thing. That's the best thing I could have done for now, or at the moment. And Grace has just been, in general, a disgusting person because they're into, how do I say this exactly? They're into violent acts, such as cutting or stabbing or any other harmful activities that may cause near-death experiences, which is, personally, that is terrible. That is not a good thing that they should embrace.
Like amputation and stuff? Like
that kind of stuff.
Seems like
and
it.
rape as well. They like
What the
enjoy
fuck?
raping people.
What the flip?
If you don't mind me
Exactly.
jumping, Justfire, yeah.
Yeah, of course. You can take it away for now.
When I was in a world alone with him, like really late at night, before we started dating, they told me that they got raped 50 times, which
That
Oh yes.
that
If I may actually quickly comment on that.
you go.
Joking
So
about
every
that
almost
is disgusting.
no, they weren't joking. They were
oh,
serious. They were dead ass.
Almost every time, right, that Grace would get something that's not in their way, they wouldn't just only fake suicide. They would also fake being sexually harassed. And I've seen one of their statuses. I kid you the fuck not. I remember this vividly, very vividly. Seeing their status as cuddling with my dog because I just got raped. And I'm there like, what the hell?
Bro.
Why are you like caring about this more than reaching out, to the police and getting this shit legally dealt with in court, perchance? And I'm not even kidding when I say this. Grace has done it more than 50 times. Has said more. They've been raped more than 50 times. Like what you said, Flower Boy. If I may say that as well, like correct you on that quickly. They've said they've been 50 plus times raped. And I personally found it really annoying. I've kept myself quiet about that, but I've also just had enough. And at some point I walked up to Grace, right? Do you fake, like I asked him exactly this. Do you fake the fact that you get raped a lot? And then Grace keeps on trying to deny it. And then at some point, Grace just leaves and blocks me for a week and then unblocks me. Trying to, if I'm not wrong on here, I'm not trying to assume this, but this is a potential theory. They tried to block me and cut all contacts with me to try to make me forget about asking about it, because in a week, a lot of things that can happen that can carry away a thought or two. Which, of course, I was still very distant on that because that is a serious thing, of course.
Shaker. Oh, sorry. I kind of remember what happened like after, like something like kind of drastic that happened after me and Grace's like relationship. They started a hate group on me, Chance, and Zeno, and the rules were just quotes about. Most of them are from me. They called me a Nazi and a rapist. I'm not a Nazi.
See, that's the kind of stuff where she's kind of crazy.
Nah,
like,
that's like weird.
Like I'm just gonna admit it, and I think you guys can all admit that she's not okay. Like in the head, she is
Yeah.
deep, like deep
Actually,
fucked
can I
in the
add
head.
something to what just
Honestly, I think
Can I
she
add
should
something to what
individuals.
Fire said?
What?
Can I add
Yes,
what Fire said?
Yes, you may talk.
Of course, yeah. Going back, and we can all agree that the whole status thing about the whole rape thing, that was definitely somewhat not true. Yes, there's definitely no way it definitely happened. I feel like that from personal experience, not saying it's happened to me, but like people around me, I don't think that's something people would put in their status. So it's definitely a way to tell that it's faking and just more of an attention way.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
From person, yeah, I know it's disgusting, but people do it.
Disgusting because
Yeah.
when I
It's
was
definitely no.
like,
Chance,
I
I'm telling you
got
right now,
raped
if
by
they're
my
if they're
biological
like
dad when I was 6.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't put that in the video.
no, yeah, I don't think we should.
Yeah, don't put that in there.
So, dog, I'd rather you not like give out that personal information around like an entire video because a lot of people are gonna be watching this.
Please
That should be-
We go
Yeah.
idle. I will return. I just need to go quickly do.
Yeah, you're good.
and
You're
deal with
good.
something.
Yeah, so I'll
Alright, you
explain
guys can continue.
from personal experience because
You guys can
I
go
do a
ahead.
lot of drama. I do a lot of drama, which is why I'm glad I'm able to help y'all. But like from personal experience, if they're putting it in their statuses and not just like going to people they can trust, then they're definitely faking it. Take like DID people for example. Not saying that all of them are faking it, but most of them are. I knew someone that faked DID, and they had posted everything about that everywhere around them. They made it their entire personality about that necessarily. And all our friend group, because we've dealt with people like this, and because we like know how to deal with stuff, we were able to get them to tell us that they were faking it. So although we can't do the same thing with Miss Grace because they're obviously not going to contact us whenever this episode is released after being exposed, and they don't want to ruin their reputation anymore. It's easily to say that they are definitely faking it. There can't be an in-between. That's something that you shouldn't tell people in public necessarily. It's very easy to tell when people are looking for attention or just looking for sympathy. I know a lot about that.
And that's definitely one of the things she's done.
I'm here to clear that up. That definitely fake, or they're just knocked in the head.
I mean,
But
I
I'm
think
saying
it's
it's
really
fake.
she just knocked in the head because judging by what everyone
Yeah.
is saying here, especially what he's saying, Justfire,
It could be that. It could be that, but they could
she's
be
not
knocked in the
okay
head
in the
to think
head.
that lie about that.
Yeah, but like
They
even
could be
then,
knocked
I
in the
know,
head to
I
lie
get
about
that.
that.
I'm just saying, like, in general, she's not okay in the head. Like, she needs genuine
Mhm.
help. And that's just the truth. Like, that's not even trying to be mean to her. That's none of that. It's just she needs help. Genuinely, she needs help because, again, like I said, this is her kingdom. This is her domain. Without it, she's nothing. She's nothing but another human being living on the planet. I mean, yeah, she has something to bring to the table. Not like I'm not referencing Kanye West when he said some shit about Hitler in 2022. Okay, but I'm saying like, yeah, she's a human. She has a purpose, but like, her only purpose is this. Like at the moment, and what it just seems like is just this game. Without it, she probably feel nothing because she doesn't really do much else outside. Like I always see her on. Her status constantly changes every 5 to 10 seconds. It's kind of crazy. So.
Actually, so I can get this cleared up. How old is Grace again? If any of y'all know.
16?
16.
I'm pretty sure they're
Okay.
16. I think
It's like
Whoa.
17, 15, 16. That's what they said.
I think it's
Okay.
like somewhere in between 16 and 17. I don't think they're 15.
Okay, well, I was gonna say something about manipulation from somebody else because that happens constantly, like a whole manipulation stuff. But if they're of this age, I don't think that is possible. I think they should be able to know, like, internet safety or just safety overall. I would have said something if they were like 15, 14. I don't think that'd be something though. I'd say that it could be manipulation from experienced mothers. But if they're 16 or 17, whatever they are, I don't think that can be manipulation because they should be well overdeveloped to know when something's right or wrong.
I'll be right back.
And that's coming from me. I'm 15. I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm 15.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm overdeveloped for my age. I should be running around and acting stupid, but I'm not. I'm here.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Welcome back, Justfire.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I think Chance had to go AFK. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll be back with us probably soon. If there's anything else you guys would like to comment on about Miss Grace, just absolutely anything.
Oh,
I don't care what. It doesn't
What
have
I
to.
missed out on?
We were talking about like her just mental state, really, just like she's not okay in the head, and you can obviously agree
Her
with that.
mental
So
state.
it's fucked.
Yes,
It's
especially with
fucked.
how they like keep on. How do I say this exactly? Yes, especially how they never move on from faking.
Keep looking for attention necessarily. That's basically
Yeah.
what it is.
Stuff in general.
Most likely.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
If they keep on doing that stuff as a resort of like certain person's attention.
It's more like they just want to be seen necessarily. So yeah, it's the same thing. They just want to be seen.
All
So
right.
they do things
Yeah.
like this.
So we almost have everyone here except him. So I have one last thing for you guys, and this might be the longest one depending on how much. But if you have absolutely anything in your head to say about her, so if she ever sees this or anything, she took 40 Benadryls.
Yep.
Yeah, she probably did. Maybe that's why she's so
Most
crazy.
most likely.
But look. Yeah, she does keep denying a lot of things. There are a few stickers that have been made about her that she just magically denies, saying it was happened like 2 years ago, when the date of the messages literally say 2024 December, which was half a year ago, by the way. Anyway, because this is the last part of this interview, I want to say if you have absolutely anything about Grace, anything, it doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter if it's personal, I mean, if you want to share it, if you feel the need to, if you have anything about her, you can share it now.
She's not cool.
Okay,
We'll
start it. Okay, look, don't go on. Start with Justfire, go down with shut up.
With pleasure. I will say this right now, this is very fucked up. I'm not even kidding when I mention this. Grace has manipulated me into doing, let's just say, inappropriate activities with them online. Yes. They manipulated me into doing that unconsensually. And I've been just, in general, that's, messed me up a little bit. Like, people may say,
in what way necessarily?
Of course, no, it's fine. I'll answer that after I say this real quick. Like, people always say, it's a game, but the thing is, you're no problem. The thing is, it's still people behind. You know what I'm saying? But behind like what we're all on, we're still.
Even though it's a VR game, people still have emotions. People still have. Yeah.
No, what I was gonna say is that Grace has done that more than once, to be honest, and that has not left my head, and it's been just terrible, genuinely. And I've been trying to, move on from the things that Grace has done to me, but it's been proven difficult by my attempts because, how do I say this exactly? It's like I get vivid images in my head of anything that happens that is at all familiar, and it's just in general really bad for my mental health. And I've been taking, all the necessary steps of trying to, like focus on certain things about myself, and I've been getting a little bit better, yes. But it's just that I had to mention it back, and mentioning it sometimes, I've gotten over that, of course, but I used to do it. It used to be like that in the past. Whenever I mention it, I would get like really emotional, and sometimes I would just start breaking down because it has ruined me a little bit. Well, I said a little bit, but it's a lot. It has ruined me with alongside all the other things that have been stacked on me from Grace, because I've been the one in here who we can all agree I've been the one in here who has dated Grace the longest that we're able to get. So trying to move on from all that, of course. All right, now what were you asking, Dark?
Necessarily, how was she able to manipulate you? Like, let's say, like
certain things, like actions. May you speak?
Certain ways. I'd say like did she say she'd give you things like that? Did she say it's okay? This is not like something weird people do. Something in the lines of that.
Something along the lines of that, and especially trying to fuck with my mental state at that moment, ruining me even more than I already was, kind of a little bit at that moment because I wasn't the best. And in general, they kept on like trying to like change my mind and how I generally think, and I've been rewired a little bit. But I've moved on from that. Of course, I avoid at all this online inappropriate behavior. I'm personally against it, but people do it. I don't really care. It's just as long as I don't get to do it with anyone, I'm happy. You get what I'm saying? Now, who else wants to speak of this or of Grace in general? Even if you have anything to say.
If you have anything, I mean, go ahead.
I mean, I don't really have anything because I dated her for the shortest time here, but to Justfire, did she like ever like threaten you, like if you don't do this
that's a
with
good
me,
one. I should have asked that.
Yes, multiple times. Yeah, that's multiple times. I was just about to mention that, but I forgot to. Thank you so much.
So necessarily how threatening, like threatening you or threatening herself?
Threatening me and herself, but it was more on me because Grace has multiple friends who sorry for cutting you off. Grace does have
No, you're good, you're
friends
good.
who can dox. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand
I've been
that.
just terrified at that moment, and I've been like, back then, right? I used to be really sensitive and like really easily manipulatable, but now I've gotten better at the art of seeing if someone is manipulating or not, and I can see that Grace has been doing all of this manipulation for a very long time now because they try to avoid certain things that might give it off as a red flag, but the entirety of Grace herself is a red flag, in my opinion, and we can all agree on that, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially
You
because
know, I can
they keep
understand the
on dealing
doxing
with-
side. Sorry, continue.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're good. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. Like Flower Boy, for example, here, Grace only dated Flower Boy and manipulated him into believing that, that Grace liked him, which I can see that, by the way. I was just about to mention that earlier, but I completely forgotten to, so that's my bad. I do notice that Grace has manipulated you into believing, oh, I have feelings for you, and they've been trying to,
Sorry to
keep
cut you off,
calling on
Just
you
Fire,
for
but
the
we got. Come on up, you
Freaky
little
Gonzalez is here.
fucking.
Oh,
Hey,
there they
chat,
are.
what's goody?
What's up?
Why are you small?
I don't know half of y'all. Because I want to be small.
Yeah, well, it's
Okay.
kind of okay. All right, so now we have Freaky Alice here, which I initially thought they were an ex of Miss Underscore Grace, but they were just big friends with them, I guess. So what is your beef between both? I wanna know this. What is it? What's the
With
beef?
Miss Grace? Oh,
Yeah, with Miss Grace.
She threatened to dox me because I was talking to her man, who she dated for like 3 days.
I guess it just reinforces the fact she's a bop.
Of course.
And then they broke up because I showed the guy what she was doing and how she threatened to get my IP.
So it wasn't anybody here necessarily.
No, but I could probably get him on.
Definitely not.
Shaker, I can get them.
Nah,
Possibly.
it's fine.
Maybe.
Because this recording is already 44 minutes long, so yeah. Oh, there goes Mr.
Oh,
Fard.
there goes Fard.
Sorry
Okay,
for being late, guys.
it's fine.
Fine.
No,
So
you're good.
don't say anything yet, Alice. We'll come back to you with more information about Miss Grace. But Chance, Ace, or Zeno, do you have anything else to say about Miss Grace? Just shout it out, really.
She's
Anything.
an e-bop for the E-streets.
She's a
That's true.
fucking whore.
That's
She's a
also
whore.
true.
She popped 45
I
in.
also-
True.
I also either hope that their mental state gets better, or that everything gets worse from here on out.
That's fair.
For
I
them.
hope everybody here gets justice. That's all I care about. If this video, when the video gets released, I'm guessing that'll happen, but
We'll see.
anything could happen.
I mean, I kind of attacked
He's back.
Miss Grace like
Yeah.
multiple times with me and some of my friends, so that was pretty fun.
I barked at Miss Grace.
What? You barked at her?
With you, buddy.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Alright,
weird,
Steve.
but okay. You're like, I show speed.
Don't judge.
They don't judge. You
I'm
know,
not
don't
black.
judge.
Miss Grace's pronouns are wolf them, wolf
You
self.
listen to me, don't judge.
Ew.
You gotta
Okay,
be
they
you're
deserve
kidding
it.
with me. You're
Yeah, they
kidding.
deserve
They
it.
probably
Alright.
got turned on when that happened.
I guess the last part of this interview will now talk about Alice. What was your friendship with her?
My controller died!
That's great.
Controller cube.
I was there. She was there for me when someone was like a horrible person towards me, and I was there for her with one of her relationships. I friended her because she was dating FPEVR at the time. We were friends for I think 2 weeks, and then she unadded me, and I didn't care because I'm guessing they broke up, like all her other relationships. And then she added me again because she thought I was trying to steal her man's, even though her man's is German. I don't like German people that much.
Oh wow. Okay.
Zeno's
And also, no wonder why I don't like you, Tina. Anywho,
And Chance.
Beautiful Ghana.
Steve, that's fine.
They don't like either of us. Those are both minorities.
No, I just, they're not my type, is what I'm saying. Sorry.
Bruh.
No, it's fine. We understand.
Sorry.
And also, I like women most of the time.
I see that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah, I think y'all can tell. And then yeah, she's a fake doxer. Boo her. She's a fake doxer.
Anything else? Is there anything,
I
any
didn't know
feelings you have towards her you want to
Okay,
say?
so
I
kinda
hope
know
she
you.
kills herself.
All right, well, I think that's the interview. So thank you all. Chance, get off
I
the
hope
table.
she kills herself.
Oh, so
okay.
about like the doxing between, since Alice and Justfire were talking about doxing, she threatened. I mean, not really me, but she threatened to dox some of my friends that
And me.
and you and him. Like a lot of, I mean, they threatened to dox a lot of people because
Me?
Oh, and what was I gonna say? I kind of got my get back because
Hold on. boy.
if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure the reason Zeno broke up with Grace was because me and my friends told him what they did.
Thank you all for coming to this interview.
Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate each and every one of you for coming here talking about Miss Grace. So thank you all.
I'm a good girl.
You all are awesome.
I did something.
I think it's time for you to get
Yeah, I did
kicked.
something.
It's time for you to get kicked. It's currently almost 3 a.m. recording this. I decided that I wanted to just get this over with and not do it the next day because I really want to get this video done. And because most of it's already finished, I just want to get it done at this point. So I want to talk about a few things because you just saw the interview. That had a lot of fucking information that, really showed a lot of true colors from Miss Grace and all this similar distaste in her really shines. A person named FPVR who in a video of mine I included a clip of him kicking me.
Who's doing that? Who? Hank, are you doing that?
No.
Come on, Hank.
I was just kidding.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that shit.
When I placed down this very portal in front of him, he blocked me and said it was for harassment. He even was gonna ban me from his Chip Army group, but Freaky Alice talked him out of it. I'm very sorry for being mean. I'll be nicer from now on. Also, I won't do that anymore. I mean, I'll do it in other places, but not here. So that's kind of crazy how, because he also dated Miss Grace, and he even said himself apparently like he doesn't even know how that relationship came to be. See, this is why I think Miss Grace is a bop and that we shouldn't give her a platform, especially as Zeno decided to do something really funny. He decided to go and date Miss Grace again. Like we all didn't just have a conversation 2 days ago at this very table right here, literally talking about how disgusting she is. I mean, I don't even care if someone changes. If they're disgusting, their past was disgusting, They aren't good. Who's to say they won't do it again? It's not like she just changed overnight. That's the thing. That's my problem, and that's where it kind of really begins to, make me, piss me off because who's to say she changed overnight? Because the only reason why the drama between me and a bunch of other people and her ended was literally just because of our mental health. We didn't want our mental health to degrade even more. But at this point, if it means degrading my mental health just to get someone as disgusting as Miss Grace out of the community, I'm going to be willing to take that route. Because at this point, it's just disappointing. Seeing someone that literally just talked about this in that very interview and then changes his mind and goes back to her. Like, if she changed, cool, but I don't believe that because no one changes overnight. You don't change overnight. She didn't change. She never has changed. She's still a disgusting person. Only reason why the drama ended was just for all of our mental healths. There was no other reason to fucking end the drama. Well, in all honesty, that's really all the news stuff I have to share. I don't have anything else other than this video was, other than just some background on what this video was supposed to be. So I know this video is 50 minutes long, but it was actually going to be over an hour long. I was going to cover a few other topics, but I just decided that, what was that voice crack? I just decided that instead of covering all those topics, I'd push those topics to season 2 of Better Call Zoc, and then just make a 4th episode of the currently existing season 1 that was only supposed to have 3 episodes. But because this is kind of a time-sensitive manner, I decided to just put full focus into making this. Alright, enough joking. Have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is for you that you're watching this video. Goodbye to you all. Look, it's almost 4 for me. You've already watched 50 minutes of this video and you're probably already gonna know what the credits will be. So let's just say I already made the credits and just move on with life. The intro is already good enough, so you don't need an outro, right? I mean, this can be your outro, I guess. Thanks for watching.
How old is Quick? Mr. Blue, sir, how old are you? You're 14? Oh, no, look at Cannibal Creed's status. No, look at... Yo, you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. Yo, go get the pedophile. Go get the pedophile. Go get the pedophile. Yo, go get the 18.